Hi, my name is Theo and I'm doing my presentation from last year. It's on dinosaur arm and leg sizes. So the reason I'm doing this is because nobody else at science conference has presented on paleontology, so I'm doing it. Now the reason I wanted to do this was because I really like dinosaurs and I want to be a paleontologist when I grow up, so I figured I'd just start now. So the dinosaurs I'm going to be doing are Spinosaurus, Allosaurus, Iguanodon, Dinosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Baryonyx, Majungasaurus, Carnotaurus, Pentaceratops, and Pachycephalosaurus. That might seem like a lot of dinosaurs, but in my spare time, I put together this spreadsheet which had a bunch of dinosaurs with their height, weight, where they lived, what time they lived, and I had 69 dinosaurs put together. So my question is there a difference between arm and leg sizes with herbivores and carnivores? So my first dinosaur, Spinosaurus, its arms were 2 meters and its legs were 4 meters. And reason I know this is because I have this dinosaur book and I measure how long their arms and legs are compared to a human. And then every centimeter I translate it into a meter. And then I put on my graph. So this is Allosaurus. Its legs were 2 meters and its arms were 1 meter. Iguanodon had arms that were 3 meters and legs that were 3 meters. Dinosaurus is an odd dinosaur. We don't know too much about it, but its arms were 2.7 meters long and its legs were 2.8 meters. Ceratosaurus, its arms were 2 meters and its legs were 2.5 meters. Baryonyx, its arms were 1.6 meters and its legs were 2.5 meters. Majungasaurus had very stubby arms, and because its arms were only 0.9 meters when I measured it in the book, and its legs were 2.4 meters. Now Carnotaurus had even smaller arms. Its arms were 2.5 meters and its legs were 2.9 meters. So Pentaceratops was a ceratopsid. Its arms were 1.2 meters and its legs were 2.5 meters. Now I want you to remember this one because I'm going to mention it later on. Pachycephalosaurus, it had arms that were 1.2 meters and its legs were 3 meters. So this is a graph showing all their arm and leg sizes, and you can see some of the herbivores have longer arms than the carnivores. Iguanodon has arms that were 3 meters, and then you look at something like Baryonyx and it only had 1.6 meters. So here's another one. So I just divided 3 by 3, and so with Iguanodon, I divided 3 by 3 and made it 1, and I just did that with all of them. But then on this graph, another thing that's different is I put their diet on the side. So you can see Carnotaurus was a carnivore, and its arms are really short, and its legs are regular. And then you look at something like a Pentaceratops, and its arms are 2.1 meters instead of 0.5 meters, but its legs are around the same size. So this is just me making graphs, and I just have a bunch of bad graphs. That's the dinosaur book that I was measuring in. In case you can't see it well, that's it in bigger form. So this is one of my final graphs, and I have a little color code right there, and it shows how its arms and legs line up in size comparison. So Carnotaurus is black. So 0.5 meters on its arm size, but it goes out pretty decent to 2.9 meters with its legs. And then you have an Iguanodon, which is yellow, and its arms are 3 meters, which is way bigger than 0.5, but its legs are also 3.1 meters, which means that their legs are around the same size, but their arms are probably getting different. This is my final graph, and And like you can see how most of the carnivores are lower than the herbivores. But then you see Pachycephalosaurus right there, and it's a bit odd because like it's up because it's like an odd dinosaur. And remember how I said that I wanted you to remember it? That's because it uses mimicry to act like a carnivore. So this is a viceroy butterfly, and that's a monarch butterfly. The viceroy butterfly is trying to act like the monarch butterfly, that way it doesn't get eaten. Same thing with Pachycephalosaurus. It was just being aggressive, that way it won't get eaten. That's why it's an odd dinosaur. So this is this is like a conclusion. So I figured out that herbivores are on the top of the chart, and carnivores are more on the bottom because their arm sizes are smaller. Carnivores and herbivores have longer arms, but their legs are around the same size. So my dad wanted me to call this Theo's Law, so I just called it that because I thought it was kind of cool. But like if you have a big dinosaur like a Brachiosaurus, many of you might know, like they would be way off the charts because like they are so big that like it's crazy. Any questions?